Well, buckle up. We are in for one heck of a ride aboard the Temperature Express. My name is Anwar Knight along with Rhythm Reed. We have some wild swings in the temperature department in many parts of the country, Rhythm. In fact, we're going to start off with this Pacific flow that is going to be moving west to east.
And you got that, Anwar. As we're heading towards the final weeks of February, this week we will be looking at that trough that has been dominated across the east through the weekend, finally departing, bringing with it a little bit of a warm up in those temperatures, meaning more Pacific flow spreading out right across Canada. And as we take a look at temperatures on Thursday, we can see in areas like Winnipeg, Regina, temperatures 5 degrees above seasonal. Even down to Toronto, we will be looking at 7 degrees, which is 7 degrees above seasonal for this time of year, finally getting a little bit of a taste of spring.
Which actually is a month away now, so I'm sure many are very excited about that. But let's take a look also. There's the flip side of that. We're seeing the pattern breaking, especially out west. Dare I bring up the polar vortex?
Well, I think you kind of have to bring it up. Now, luckily, it's not going to be as frigid as we saw across regions of the prairies, but a lobe of the polar vortex will be breaking off and descending into BC as we head towards next weekend. Now, that combined with a little bit more moisture along the paths from the Pacific, that's what's going to bring with it a few more flurries across regions of the west. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of folks across Whistler and those ski resorts that have not been seeing a lot of snow this year will see a little bit more snow in the forecast before winter finally departs and we step into spring.
Yeah, you know, those temperatures are quite alarming when you're looking at 5, 6, 7 degrees with rain, and then it starts to drop down again. So I'm sure they are watching that very carefully as well. But the story continues to unfold. So let's pull back the curtain, because some of the values in some parts of North America, in fact, will be very impressive
as we head into the final days of February. Now, with that polar vortex breaking off, that's going to bring the initial little push of cold air across the west. As we step into next Monday and through the final days of February, we will be looking at below seasonal conditions right across the west. But down towards eastern Canada, specifically southern Ontario and into Atlantic Canada, we will be seeing a push of warm air. And this is very interesting. Right around the springtime in Ohio, that's when we get these temperatures hitting around 20 degrees just south of the border. And that's what teases us here in southern Ontario to be excited. Oh my gosh, the warm weather is coming. But that tease is still going to remain a little bit further south.
Yeah, it is, though. On the serious side, when you have such a dramatic swing, if there's snow on the ground, of course, that means rapid melting as well. So that could be another big story that we're going to be following here on Canada's Weather Network. So let's take a look, you know, as we get towards the end of the month here, some of the last remaining factoids that we're going to unveil.
Well, when it comes to these temperatures, like the below seasonal temperatures across the west, they're not going to be significantly below. Taking a look at Edmonton, we will be in those negative digits below freezing, or generally around -2 this time of year for Edmonton, getting down to -6. So nothing too frigid that they can't handle. But when we're taking a look at temperatures across Toronto per se, as that warm up starts to make its descent across the province, we will be looking at temperatures as high as possibly getting towards 9 degrees as we head into next Wednesday. So definitely getting that taste of spring. I know I'm very excited about it. What about you, Anwar?
Well, I have to be honest, my kids and I over the weekend, we've made a snow fort. And it was a struggle. There wasn't a lot to build with, and now they're going to be upset that it's going to be a washout, judging on the forecast. But we'll keep an eye on it. And now you're in the know here on Canada's Weather Network.